He said to me one day, if I don't mind going with him to the gym. I said, no. When we got there, he said to me, you see that gentleman over there? I said, yes. And then I went, it was Clancy. Clancy said to me, well, you go inside and start getting undressed. I said, undressed for what? I ain't doing nothing. So he said, you're going to box. I said, I'm not going to box nobody.
You know, normally I don't put a fighter in the Golden Gloves unless I train him for at least a year. But Emile came to me in November, and the first Golden Glove bout was in January. That's only a couple of months. But he showed me so much promise. I said, I'm going to take a chance with this kid.
He was one of the best dancers there was. Rumba, cha-cha-cha, mambo. We became friends. And I went to one of his fights. St. Nicholas Arena. That was the first time I saw him fight. He sent me flowers, and the first day he took me to a movie. And the lady I used to live with was my chaperone because I wouldn't go out alone. In those days, you didn't go out alone with guys. He didn't speak English at all. And I hardly spoke Spanish. Well, we got along all right. But then we had enough. I wanted to dance. I didn't really want to get married. I was only 19. But then it happened. I got pregnant and we had to get married. That's life. He adored his baby. When he saw him, everything was his son, my son, my son. He would take him everywhere. He went to play pool, he'd take him. He went to play dominoes, he'd take him. He said he's too pretty to box, they're gonna mess his face. He wants him to be a lawyer, a doctor, nothing to hit him.
Paret was a guy, he was very, very similar to Emile because he was very, very good fundamentally.
Busy, aggressive.
But he did not have a big punch.
Paret would take like 3 or 4 shots for every one he gave.
He would take 10 to get in 1.
He could take 50 punches to land 2.
But he had a toughness to him that came down to keep hitting me. Your hands are gonna hurt and I'm gonna win. As a fighter of the television era, he was perfect for what the people who produced those fights wanted.
There was a little bit of bad blood in that fight. That's where the bad blood really started. There was an incident at the weigh-in. Paret's corner started making disparaging marks and used the word maricon.
He did, you know, kept him saying maricon, that means gay. And to him, I guess he heard somewhere that Emile Griffith was gay. I don't know because I never talked to the guy. But that's the way they treated each other. He was gay and Benny was a man. I don't know what went in between them.
Maricon is even like, at least in Latino culture, it's probably the most derogatory word you can use. Because of the enormous homophobic nature of the culture for so long.
He didn't know that I understand a little Spanish. But at the time, I knew maricon meant faggot. And I wasn't nobody faggot. It bothered me very much when I lose a fight. Sometimes I didn't used to go to the gym. I used to stay home thinking why I lost the fight, how I lost the fight. I couldn't get along with myself. My mother used to say, go out of the house, go to the gym, see Clancy, he'll tell you.
So many fights come down to the guy that wants it more wins the fight. And that's the guy that goes on to become a better fighter.
I knew from talking to Emile, he wanted to get a title back. He knew what it was when he was a champion. It was different of calling champ and being ex-champ. It was a big different thing to him. He was in seclusion most of the time. He didn't want to hang around too much with anyone. He just wanted to train, train, train.
Before the third fight, he had told me, he says, if he says anything to me at the weigh-in, he says, I'm going to hit him right at the weigh-in. I said, no, you're not, Emile. So you spent a month training to hit the guy at the weigh-in, and you don't get paid, nothing happens. So when Emile got on the scale, Paret went right behind him and said, Metacone.
And he turned around and he said, if you don't stop that, we're going to have it out right here. Paret was smiling at her.
I started to go after him to hit him. And Clancy said, behave yourself, don't fight up here, wait for the night of the fight.
Griffith is a sensitive human being. He's a kid who has feelings. Likes to be loved. Likes to be liked.
I never remarried and I would never married. I didn't want my kids being brought up by anybody else. Dream? I stopped dreaming a long time ago.
Mr. Griffith, it's a pleasure meeting you. Sir. My pleasure meeting you, sir. Are you the kid's son?
But I want you to know that it's there's no hard feelings here, and
Thank you. Thank you, sir. I didn't go in there to hurt no one.
I know.
But things happen.
I know.
He says, I always wanted to meet you too, you know.
So have I.
What do you want me?
My mom, it's hard for her.
I understand.
It's hard for her, but
I understand.
but
It's very hard
one thing
for
I
her,
can say.
understand.
One thing I can say is that there's no hard feelings. There's no hard feelings at all.
Thank you.